and an artist saw and was like, yo, I need that beat, and they literally took off and got the beat and did a song and threw it out there, and it moved.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and then, like, for example, let's talk about dance. So, for example, there was a little black girl who danced in the Nutcracker. She's the first little African American girl to ever play dance the lead role.
Yeah.
Like 15 years ago, who was talking about the Nutcracker and who would have shared that?
Yeah,
let's talk about that. Like, for real, who would have shared or talked about the freaking Nutcracker? Now, I remember being little, and the schools used to take you, or your parents would take you to, like, the church plays or the plays, those type of Christmas plays, because that was kind of traditional stuff that happened.
Yeah.
And even with the schools. And I know they still kind of do it sometimes, but they don't do it as much. But who was talking about the Nutcracker?
Nah.
Nobody.
Nah, I went to go see the Nutcracker 3 times. That was in elementary school.
Yeah, like as a kid. But I mean, up 5 to 15 years ago, there's no way. But then they made a movie about it, and everybody was talking about it. Now this little girl, somebody shared the picture of her dancing, and it went viral.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't no big news press releases. This was legit because somebody posted her actually dancing, and it took off.
This was the lead role, yeah.
I'd rather good things like that go viral than all the bad stuff, though.
And that is very
That's
true.
Yeah.
But I guess what I'm leading to is just that I feel like we definitely need this reemergence of arts. I think that the arts, like, there was a big thing, maybe 10 years ago, where they was talking about the funding being cut into schools.
Yeah.
Because they made a couple movies, like they made that one movie with Antonio Banderas.
Yeah.
About the school where he was teaching the high schoolers when they was getting detention. He taught them to dance, and he got them into the competition. You hear these stories of where their funding is getting cut for music, art, dance, just this variety of things. And it was like everybody was all of a sudden like, okay, we need to support the arts. But then it tapered off and stopped caring about it. Yeah. And now here we are again.
You know why that happened. You know what I'm saying? The main reason why that happened, everybody started cutting arts in school is because we got greedy politicians trying to keep the money, trying to buy the boat and the Benz and all that. That's all that for. But since, like, people have been getting pushed out, that's why you're starting to see art back on the emergence. Like,
yeah, it's becoming a big thing again. Like, I mean, we think about, like, the singer shows or the art contests, the TV shows, these reality TV shows with these competitions where it's tattoo artists or clothes, music. I mean, so a lot of the art firms are starting to get more of a platform.
Yeah.
I think a big part of it is because, in certain decades and time frames, we had those big names, whatever it may be, like whether it be Versace when it comes to, clothing lines, stuff like that, even our own black labels and things of that nature.
Yo, FUBU is the shit. I don't care what nobody say.
That's
FUBU is it.
Or even if it comes like the different types of art, like the Marvels and the DCs, or even anything else outside of that. I think now we're at a certain point in time where it's time to find something new. It's time to find something. What's the next big thing that's going to last? What's the next big corporation? What's the next big...
Well, I think
that's to say, I think that's where it goes bad, is when it becomes so big that it's a corporation, it loses its integrity, and instead people are supporting this giant machine that's not producing art anymore. It's producing cash, because like Disney is a prime example. I harp on Disney all the time.
Yeah.
They don't care about creating art anymore. They need to make $1 billion with their movies now, and if it doesn't, it's a failure.
I mean, like, for real, like, they don't even do their own animation no more. Like, they were built off of animation, and it's went completely left.
I mean, mainly, technology changed too.
Yeah.
Technology changed. But if I was Disney, I wouldn't go back to the animations per se. I wouldn't hand draw them.
I would meld it.
I wish they would go back to the 2D animation.
Hear me out though, because I'm gonna use Guilty Gear. I'm gonna use Guilty Gear as a prime example in fighting games.
I know what that game is.
Because it's my game.
My kid plays that one.
He plays Guilty Gear?
Yeah.
Word.
Okay, he's met my kid. My kid is like, for real.
He's a nerd.
He's a nerd. He's a gamer. He's into everything that we're talking about. He's into it. Music,
not many people play Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear's been around for a while, though.
Yeah, Guilty Gear's been around for
My
some
kid grew
ages.
up watching Thundercats and still will pull up Thundercats.
Okay, there it is.
Stuff. So I'm just saying.
Nah, shout out to him because there's not many. There's not. You know what I'm saying?
You can quiz my kid literally
Yeah.
on any 80s cartoon, including Fraggle Rock, and he gonna out quiz you.
Say no more.
I'm just saying.
So Pete, right?
Right.
Guilty Gear, like, all right. So you have King of Fighters 13, which is hand drawn, which is sprite drawn, right? Did you know that Guilty Gear is not hand drawn? Dragon Ball Fighter Z is not hand drawn. That was
Oh, I
all.
know that.
That was all done on computer. There was no sprite animations. They took 3D models, and what Arc System did is they perfected how to make it look as though it was hand drawn, like with the animations, like because
I've heard of that where they're doing stuff to where it looks more like going back to the look
Yeah.
versus so much it being computer generated looking.
Yeah.
Because they were talking about that with the new Sonic movie or something about the original trailer or something. How
Yeah, they
he
butchered
looked.
them bad,
And so they had. That's why the film was supposed to already came out, and
Yeah.
they went back.
and they did
So
the animation.
fix it.
Listen to the fans.
Yeah,
No,
they
but he
listened.
did look weird.
He looked crazy.
He looked weird.
He
but
looked
then
awful.
if you go on YouTube, they literally have a side by side video showing the trailer, and you like, that look like two whole totally different characters.
Yeah.
And then one looks like an actual hedgehog, and then the one looks like the hedgehog that we all knew and loved growing up. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I think they was trying to take a cue from Disney doing the realistic versions, and
Yeah.
that wasn't.
Well, let's talk about Lion
And the
King.
human face.
Why? They should have left that alone. I'm
Well-
sorry, I'm not. I'm not.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I haven't even seen
enjoyed
it yet.
Jungle Book.
Haven't
It's the
seen it.
same
Now,
movie.
Jungle Book was done great.
Jungle Book was done excellent.
Yeah.
I don't know what they was going for with Lion King.
Well,
They
it's-
didn't translate the same like Jungle Book did.
I think-
I'm sorry.
I think they were just trying to do it in a more realistic standard. And great idea, bad execution. You know what I'm saying? Because like, obviously, when you look at the cartoon version of Lion King, it comes with emotions. You can actually see when they cry and things of that nature.
Right.
But like,
Animatronic animals.
in the actual being, like in the actual world, you don't really get to see that. Like the only thing that you really get to see to know that the animal's showing emotion if it puts his hair back or tucks his tail and things of that nature. I think that's what they were going for, but that was the wrong movie to do it on.
Do you think that's a generational thing, though?
Yeah, I think
that's what's happening
I think
now.
it's a generational thing because a lot of people who grew up on the original went back expecting to see that, and that's not what that was supposed
Well,
to
they
be.
set themselves up for failure because they put Jungle Book out first.
That's a fact. Yeah.
Because if any, and this is, I think what's happening is, like we're saying, they're bringing the arts, and a lot of the, Lord, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just gonna explain. Our generation, they're trying to grab us back because now all of us are having
Nostalgia.
kids.
Yeah.
The nostalgia
Yeah.
of things.
Yeah.
They're trying to grab, and so they're remaking a lot of our childhood.
Yeah.
So now we're like, I get to introduce my kids unless you're like me, and I'm like, my kids been watching everything from the 80s since they was babies.
All right.
Because I grew up on it. What's wrong with them watching it?
Yeah.
And they put it on DVD too. Come on now. Y'all can't tell me. 10, 15 years ago, when my baby's, 16, 15? When they started putting all of our cartoons on the DVDs, you can't tell me y'all wasn't excited.
Oh yeah.
I
mean,
was too pumped. Honey, they had
Yeah.
the whole 4 seasons of Fraggle Rock on DVD. Oh, we going to Walmart today.
Yeah, my
Get
boy
the Disney
got.
app. Now get the Disney.
I'm not. I refuse.
I should have put.
I'm not.
I ain't gonna lie. I should have put some stock in that.
Oh,
God, they got
I would've made a
everything
killing.
on the
boy,
Disney
that
app.
thing
would've-
took off, did it not?
Man, I would have made some bread.
Well, see, I got Fire Stick, so I refuse.
That's okay. Once you got, hey man, don't incriminate yourself on here. Telling the world you got Fire Stick.
I didn't say anything besides I have a Fire Stick that
She
you can
doesn't say
legitimately
she-
buy.
Oh,
A Fire
okay. My
Stick.
bad. I retract that statement. Blur that out. Matter of fact, just cut that segment out.
See how you do me, yo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Dang.
My bad.
I'm just saying, but I mean, I think that they're trying to bring the nostalgia and they're trying to figure out how to get the audience back because our audience was the audience of the Little Mermaids and the Lion Kings and Beauty and the Beast and the Aladdins, and so how do you get that family dynamic back to the movies? Because like you said, Disney, it became about making movies and not about what it started as.
Right. Sound like Capcom.
Them too. They a prime example.
Sound like Capcom.
They switched out how they were doing the games. Our generation, arcades was a thing.
Yeah.
Arcades lost their little glimmer, and then they're making a comeback a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
One-up machines.
Yeah, they're making a comeback with like the Malibu Jackson round ones, and what's the one out there by Blanket Baker, y'all?
Main event.
Main event. Like they're starting to make a comeback because people are now like, I need to get my kids from in front of doing this. Mm-hmm. Kids are not picking up books no more. So now parents, our group is like, yo, come on, we going and we're doing this. We're trying to find something different. So people are recognizing the need for it, just like these corporations.
Balance, man.
To give a balance. But my thing is, don't ruin our dang on childhoods because y'all trying to figure out how to make another $1 million.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the beauty of classic movies. It's not going nowhere.
Not at all. But here's my problem with it. If I know there's a movie coming out, for example, Lion King, like y'all said, everybody went back and rewatched that dang old movie.
That's a fact.
Getting ready to go to see Lion King. And you walked in, you sat down, and it opened. And the dang old monkey didn't open the thing.
I mean, because...
See, that's when you become a fanboy or a fan.
Yeah,
because that's when you start picking things apart because they're making something that you know...
They take it away part.
No, but you can't.
Oh no, because I'm gonna tell you, Mulan. I promise you, Wushu ain't even in there.
But you can't. The main reason why you can't do that is because they tried to make it a realistic base. Now, let me ask you something. What fruit in Africa?
I don't know, but they made Africa look dope when we was kids. I wanted to go.
It looked dope too.
I mean, it looked like a documentary. That's what the live action looked like. Planet Earth.
Like Beyonce. Literally like something off of Animal Planet.
Yeah.
That's what you felt like you was watching. But I'm just saying. I'm saying this based off of coming off of Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Jungle Book is older than Lion King, the movie, that cartoons. Okay.
Yeah.
Jungle Book had its own whole little merchandise, its own spin-offs, whatever. Lion King was huge. They had, 2-3 different little animated shows and spin-off movies. I mean, okay, cool. You got all this material. You have to try to sit. That's like somebody taking a comic and taking out something just as simple as the sword was blue.
Yeah.
And the sucker's pink. Real fans is gonna be like, why is that sword pink? What the hell is going on?
Which is fair.
I actually heard that movie, the live action Lion King, was too similar to the original, and that's why people were like, what's the point of making a new movie if you're not going to change much? Because they got your parents' paychecks with the first movie, and now they're getting yours as an adult. They're making you pay for a movie you've already seen 1 million times, and that's why I don't like any of these live action things.
I feel that because in Jungle Book it was slightly different. There was things added to it, but it still stuck to the core of the original movie and the book enough to make you feel like they combined. Because I guess what a lot of people don't realize, a lot of Disney movies are based off of old books, fairy tales and things from Hans Christensen and the Grimm brothers and stuff, and they've just changed it to be family friendly. Something I learned from Dee's Corner.
Yeah, very
family friendly because honey, Grimm brothers
some of their older movies are not. Their older movies did not age well.
It's a little grimy, and them books is a little grimy. They was doing like we covered The Little Mermaid.
Yeah. And
a lot of people don't realize the actual original version of The Little Mermaid, that heifer was crazy.
Yeah.
It's dark.
They was murdering people and people's parts get cut off and people trying to sneak to sleep with people, and I was like, oh.
That's why they had to change it.
Yeah, it was a little dark.
While Walt came along, was like, hold on, man.
I was like, oh.
Lighten this up a little bit.
Right. So they change it right there.
Yeah.
But then when you talking about they're trying to go nostalgia and they're trying to make live versions, it's like, how do you figure a way? I guess my thing is with the Jungle Book, I felt like they took the actual book with the actual animation and figured a way to meld it enough to make a new story, but make it still feel similar.
Well, they should, instead of just calling